Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Inside the Video Store, another fun-filled episode of physical media appreciation and taunting you with the finest films available to humanity. My name is David Wain. This is my place. This is Snips Movies, one of the last remaining movie rental stores in the UK with a rentable library of 21,000 titles across Blu-ray, 4K, UHD, DVD, VHS, and yes, even Laserdisc. Welcome. If you've not seen the show before, thank you for joining me. Every week, I kind of flaunt at you what is in to rent at your local movie rental store. We're very fortunate. We're doing all right. We've got lots of amazing customers who rent amazing films, which therefore allows me to get in lots more amazing films. And this is an amazing week full, chock full of wow, just gorgeous stuff. So what do we got to say? Well, first things first, I saw quite a few, but I still have the latest edition of the Physical Media Advocate. This one got delivered on Saturday. This is issue 28. Mark bought the first issue of issue 28, first copy of issue 28 in the world from a store, from an actual shop. So congratulations to him. He doesn't win anything. This latest issue of the Physical Media Advocate has got some great features by people like Will Dodson, by David Winnick, by Justin Beam, standing against Chris Haskell, tribute to Jamie Blanks, which is really nice. Poor Jamie. Jamie left us far too early. I think he was 52. You will know him, of course, from Urban Legend and Valentine and Storm Warning. A great Aussie director. And yeah, such a nice guy. I spoke to him a number of times on social media, and I've even one of those stupid tweets that you save where he just said, anyone in Liverpool, anyone near Liverpool, please go to Snips Movies because they're great. Things like that you don't have to do. But yeah, a really great director. It's a good tribute to him in here. Piece by Connor Holt as well. But yeah, it's another great issue. Chock full of awesome think pieces, analysis, and bits on physical media. And of course, there's a great handy calendar here of April's releases to Blu-ray and 4K UHD. So that's pretty cool. So that is in at Snips now. I don't make any money off that. I charge you the precise amount of money that I pay. So I'm selling it here for £5. If you want one, let me know. I'll save one for you because I don't see them lasting much longer. I have doubled my quantity in store this month, but it'd be great to keep on adding to that. It would be great. It's a great magazine. Okie dokie, what have we got coming up? Well, we have a little bit of a competition. Where later in the show, I'm only saying later, it'll be tomorrow because I'm doing it half and half this week. Later in the show, I will be giving away some, look at that, Sorority House Massacre on 4K UHD. These will set you back 25 quid a copy. You can have it for nothing. It's a dual format as well. So there's a Blu-ray in here too. A great slasher from Roger Corman. The first of many films. I think there are 7 films in this franchise. I forget. You'd think I did the audio commentary on this. Oh, wait, I did do the audio commentary on this with Matty Budrewicz. And it's a good track as well. So I'll be giving away a couple of Sorority House Massacre. I'll also be giving away a couple of these as well. Stripped to Kill, another Roger Corman movie. One of my favorite ever commentary jobs. I love this movie to bits for many, 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 many reasons. If you've not seen this film before, don't read anything about it. Just go in cold. Go in cold. It's directed by the brilliant Kat Shea, who did some amazing films. Strip to Kill 2, Poison Ivy. She was a hell of a director. Streets from 1990 is one of the great films that it isn't on anyone's radar at all. Streets is superb. Unavailable, of course, in every possible format, which is annoying. But yeah, this is a mega film, and like I say, it is just a real privilege to do audio commentary on this, and I'll be pleased to give a couple away to any lucky viewer. So what I'll probably bundle them up. So I'll do a Strip to Kill and Surrey House Massacre given away, and another Strip to Kill and Surrey House Massacre, because I owe one of these to Matty Budrewicz. I owe one of these to Roxy, who of course helped me out on the commentary there with a lot of good prep. And yeah, so we'll be giving 2 of each away, so you could win yourself just shy of 50 quid's worth of physical media on the show today. Stay tuned. That will be in the second half, because I'll be able to think of a question by then. What else we got? Well, we have a big what's in the box. This is the poor greengrocer next door just kind of give me a weary look when I went in. Yeah, but there's some mega stuff in there that I am bursting to show you. But what do we got first? Well, first we best get through the this week's releases. And it is the second week of the month, so it's still, bits and bobs, but I'll tell you what, brace yourself for the next 2 weeks, because next week, which is the 20th of April, and the week after, the 27th, I think combined, there's about between 25 and 30 brand new boutique releases coming in. It is nuts. I think over a 2-week period, it will be the largest spend on any 2-week session of films. Exciting, though. But we've just had the busiest week I've had this year in terms of rental, partially because I think it was Easter. People were off work. Kids were off. So that kind of thing. But yeah, hey, very cool indeed. So this week's lead contemporary title is Hamlet. A big film, directed, of course, by Chloe Zhao, who did she win the Best Director Oscar for Nomadland? I forget, but she is thought of very, very highly. In this film, you have Jessie Buckley, you have Paul Mescal, Emily Watson, and Joe Alwyn. Highly acclaimed film. It got a couple of Oscar nominations, did it not? It's produced by Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes. And it is based on the New York Times best-selling novel Hamlet, which is written by Maggie O'Farrell. So that is that. 2 blues and a DVD on that one. Good. Next up, we have This Weird Thing, which is directed by Bradley Cooper. It stars Will Arnett, Laura Dern, and Bradley Cooper. And what did John Bishop have to do with this? John Bishop, if you're not from the local area, John Bishop, of course, is a beloved kind of Liverpudlian comedian. This is kind of based on his life in some capacity. I don't know. But anyway, John Bishop has a story credit here, and he is an executive producer. So I'll have to do some digging on that. I did hear about something, and that's one of those things that, when you go on social media these days, you find a lot of posts that are created by AI. They'll curate something like, Home Alone 6, and they'll do AI cover and poster art and things like that, and people will inevitably believe it because people are very gullible. This was one of those things that was like John Bishop and Bradley Cooper. God, that's the AI again, isn't it? Creating those stupid, bizarre concoctions of people. But apparently it's true because I have it in my hand on Blu-ray. Next up, we have Richard Linklater, who has been very prolific of late. This is his latest film. It's called Nouvelle Vague. This is a behind the scenes. This is behind the scenes of the filming of Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless, told in the spirit and style of the original production. I've already disappointed one person this week on this film because they asked if I had it on DVD, and I said it didn't get made on DVD. It only exists on Blu-ray, which is true, unless you want to stream it, which is a bad thing to do. But yeah, Nouvelle Vague only released on Blu-ray, and I wish people would really upgrade where possible to Blu-ray and beyond, because I still got a lot of customers coming in who, of course, haven't upgraded. And it's getting, week by week, it's getting harder and harder for them to look at new releases, because I'm getting fewer and fewer new releases in on DVD. The big films, by all means, yeah. But it's, yeah. And if you look at the new release wall now, you'll see predominantly Blu-rays out on loan. So they're the 3 contemporary releases out this week, which is a very strong week, to be honest, very strong week. And the boutiques, we just have 2. We have the latest Criterion collection. It's been a while. It's been about 6-week gap since the last Criterion release. But we're back up and running, and we have Sully Hawk and The Blade, which my Shaw Brothers renters. I've got 2 people going through the Shaw Brothers collection at the moment, Mark and Paul. They've both completed Shaw Brothers box set 1, almost in tandem, which is kind of cool. So I think Mark has nothing. I think they both already leapt onto Volume 2, which is cool. But this is a kind of loose remake of The One-Armed Swordsman. So I've never seen this. I do remember the original cover art from back in the day on Hong Kong Legends, would it be? Something like that. But yeah, this is The Blade, joining the Criterion collection. It's a film by Sully Hawk, and it's on 4K UHD and Blu-ray as well. Another week, another Hammer adaptation, another Hammer restoration, rather. This is the latest one. This is out this week, and it is Man Trap. Man Trap. 1953 Paul Heinride stars in this. It is dual format as well. Yay. On both 4K UHD and Blu-ray as well. I do love these Hammer restorations. The next one is particularly exciting because it's a Sidney J. Fury film. So that will be out in May. But they're doing great jobs. I love these cases. They do cost the earth. I don't see any profit from these because they're not particularly popular in store, but they're just great to have as an archive. I think it's great to have things like this. There we go. That's this week's new releases. So we got a little what's in the box here, which may hint at what's to come in there. I got 2 very exciting imports in. One of which, now Culture Shock Releasing were prolific when they were working with Vinegar Syndrome. They were prolific. They're releasing 1 film every month, and interesting films as well. If you're a fan, oh balls, I've left one at home. If you're a fan of shot on video 90s horror movies, they're back. They've had a bit of a tough time. I know the owner of Culture Shock has had some personal issues and things like that, and being now separated from Vinegar Syndrome, they don't have the same fluidity in terms of release schedules. But hey, they have another film out. It's called The Summoned. It's a fun little horror film from Mike Tristano. It stars Ashley Ray, who of course was in the brilliant Bikini Drive-In, and Gwen Summers, but it also has cameo appearances from Robert Zadar, Joe Estevez, and Michelle Bauer. So all a gang are here, really. And you also get the bonus feature of a second film on the disc, which is Wasteland Justice, Mike Tristano's film from 1999. So that is The Summoned, out now from Culture Shock Releasing. Also, in a similar vein, is this one from TerraVision. Obviously, I've left it at home. It's in my Blu-ray player. It is Dark Harvest. I'll bring it in tomorrow. Dark Harvest came in as well. A film that I missed out on TerraVision releasing. But I am partial to a Scarecrow movie. I do love a Scarecrow movie. I don't know what it is. Just any kind of Scarecrow movie, be it or rural kind of Americana Children of the Corn style thing. I even got, I don't know if you've, I won't be able to find them now, but have you ever seen those terrible, terrible Scarecrow films from way back when? I forget what they're called. They're not filed under Scarecrow. It was Scarecrow Gone Wild, and my Scarecrow on Holiday. They were late 90s, or no, I think they were early noughties, and oh, they were shocking. But I've even got those because they're kind of cool, to be honest. And now I'm just talking in a corner away from camera, which isn't particularly good for the audience. I'll find them tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow. But yeah, the box set isn't called Scarecrow 1, 2, and 3. It's called something completely ridiculous. Hence why I can never, ever find it. But I'll find it again, and I'll show you, because they're good Scarecrow films. Let's get opening the... Oh, no, we've got these couple to go through. Yeah, one of the things I'm going to do at the moment is, as you know, I'm upgrading certain filmmakers, and there are 3 filmmakers I'm upgrading here, and that is Park Chan-wook, Boon Jong-ho, and Kim Ji-woon. 3 essential Korean filmmakers, and all the films I have by them will be all on Blu-ray by the end of this week, which I'm really, really excited about. Because they've made such an immense film. You know, if you look at Park Chan-wook and you look at the Vengeance trilogy, if you look at Bong Joon-ho and Memories of Murder and Mother, you look at Kim Ji-woon and Tale of Two Sisters and I Saw That. These are films that are on loan week after week after week after week after week. And it seems nuts to be kind of clinging on to some Blu-rays, which are incredibly DVDs, which are incredibly, well, they're 20 years old. Some of them are, and they're growing weary. So here's the first few of those upgrades. We have Bittersweet Life, which was released by Second Sight on Blu-ray, which is a pretty cool film to have, by Kim Ji-woon. Bong Joon-ho, we have an upgrade on Mother, which is essential. What a film it is. Thirst, we have by Park Chan-wook, which is a Palisades Tartan upgrade to Blu-ray, and also another Park Chan-wook film, not one of his most popular films. It is Stoker, his English language film with your Prison Break guy. Was it? No, Matthew Good and Nicole Kidman. I'm sure the Prison Break guy was in that. Am I thinking of something else? Probably. It was written by the Prison Break guy. Yeah, written by Wentworth Miller. Crazy. There we go. Okie dokie. So let's see what's in these. I'm actually going to choke to death. Just going to check our time, because I'm off to buy a sink. I know, off to buy a sink. To be honest, you know, such is the breathtaking pace of my my existence that, yeah, off to buy a sink. So, what do we got? Now, we had a discussion about this last week. And we were talking about... I'm going to put these... We were talking about Tartan Asia. I think someone brought it up in the chat, in the comments. And we thought, you know, some great Tartan Asia films. And I thought, yeah. And I started checking them off, which ones I don't... I've got a lot of Tartan Asian horror here. But there's still many that have not made the leap from DVD to Blu-ray. So I thought, well, let's pick up some of these before they go out of print, which they will. So here's the first one of those that I picked up. It is Premonition. Premonition is in, which is really cool. I think I saw this when it came out, but I can't remember. Did this get a remake with Sandra Bullock? Or is it just called the same title? I forget. So that's a great addition to Snips. Here we have Parasite. Yeah, upgrade to Parasite. I think this will almost complete it. And I'm a Cyborg, which is really cool. That just came back yesterday off Will, who really enjoyed it. So that's cool. Another Park Chan-wook film. That's his lot, I think, upgraded to Blu-ray. So yeah, that is particularly exciting. I'm so pleased to do that. The satisfaction I get from having filmmakers upgraded to Blu-ray is it's really, really cool, because it's such a difference. And if you remember, you know, when I spoke about this a few weeks ago, when the place down south opened, Playback Video, which is still going, which is great. They seem to be doing all right. But I expressed my concern about them doing only DVD, renting only DVD, and I'm still concerned about that, because the level of disdain that DVD carries here is quite spectacular. And it might be a different audience. Obviously, I have a lot of people who are really, really into their films, a lot of cinephiles, a lot of film students, a lot of former film students, a lot of ambitious filmmakers, and you know, the desire for Blu-ray and beyond is palpable. Now, this is an exciting release. This is exciting. This is a really big renter at Snips. I know you'll kind of have a sharp intake of breath and say, "Are you sure, David?" It is. It's Kids. Larry Clark's Kids. Really pleased to upgrade that. Really pleased to upgrade it. And the most exciting thing about this is, one, it's the Aussie import from Umbrella, which is really cool. But also, it has on it the Tribeca Film Festival award-winning feature, We Were Once Kids, which is a personal documentary from director Eddie Martin about the real-life individuals who inspired the 1995 cult classic film. I didn't know about this. Someone told me 2 days ago, and I forget who it was. That's the price of speaking to so many people every day. I can't remember who it was, but someone told me. Was it Ben? Might have been Ben, who said, "Do you know Kids has a Blu-ray release, and it's got this documentary with it?" So that's so pleased to get that. That's really, 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 really cool. HMV, what have you? What have you for me, HMV? If you were to open my filing cabinet, which is just underneath the counter here, all you would see is about 1,000 elastic bands off the Postman, which is kind of cool. They come in handy. They do come in handy because every December I sell in the region of 300 rolls of Christmas wrapping paper. People usually buy 2 or 3 rolls a piece. More, probably, yeah. It's great for keeping it together, because carrying rolls of wrapping paper is notoriously tricky. What a waste of space. Yeah, we have Kim Ji-woon, The Good, the Bad and the Weird. The Good, the Bad and the Weird, on this lavish special edition Arrow Blu-ray. Probably not the biggest Kim Ji-woon renter out of his section. You know, you'd put Bittersweet Life and Tale of Two Sisters, Nice of the Devil above that by quite some distance. But still, I'm glad to have that here. I've got a great edition from Arrow that only came out quite recently, but already it's dropped to half price. And yeah, just it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. So it's cool. Good, the Bad and the Weird by Kim Ji-woon. Okay, now I've been on the tape hunt again. Because some of the tapes that are thrown up on eBay at the moment are stuff that is just so rare, and stuff, as you get older and you kind of get a little bit of a feel for the way the business is going. But by the business, I mean the home entertainment business. You tend to feel what films are going to ever see the light of day and which films aren't. So I thought, well, no, some of these films I'm never ever going to get the opportunity to see again. So if it means getting them on, bubble wrap. If it means getting them on VHS, then that's going to be my only opportunity. And it's a shame. It's a shame but that's the way it is, unfortunately. What a well-packaged item. Well done, you. Well done, you. And that's some bubble wrap from my supply. Always recycle bubble wrap, kids. And what have we here? Well, I'm having a bit of a whim on Chuck Vincent. As you know, I'm a big fan of Chuck Vincent. Especially his XXX films, Roommates, for example, Misbehaving, for example, some of the best XXX films you'll see from the golden era. And of course, Chuck Vincent was one of the very, very few filmmakers who was able to mix both XXX and mainstream films. He just went between the two with ease. You know, so many filmmakers, check that on, many filmmakers like Gary Graver, for example, were terrified about having their XXX career outed. But Chuck was pretty cool. You know, he was fine about it. So he would happily go from a XXX film to making one of his own. This is one of his own. I've got a few of these coming in. This is Linda Blair is in this, Ruth Raymond, and Troy Donahue. It is Bad Blood. Bad Blood. This one comes from 1989. So this is Chuck sadly died in 1991 of AIDS. So he was very prolific though towards the end of his career in 89 and 90. He pumped out, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 movies to be honest. So I've never seen this film, and it's a pretty difficult film to get a hold of. But yeah, I thought let's have a go at this. It's an immaculate tape. Which is fantastic. And another one of Chuck's that I got in only 2 days ago is this one, Thrilled to Death. Again, I think it's from the same year. This is from the year before, 1988. Thrilled to Death, which again is great. He always used the same DP, which is Larry Ravine. Larry Ravine was another mega XXX filmmaker. Wanda Whips Wall Street, for example, which I'm sure you'll know quite well. And so you got every film Chuck made, Larry Ravine was his DP. So you got two major XXX filmmakers making this straight-to-video product for video stores at the tail end of the 80s. So this is Thrilled to Death. That's Bad Blood. And I've got 3 more coming in, which I'm really excited about. So I will keep you posted on those. I've got David Dakota. Sorry, dropped the name. David Dakota wrote to me last year. David Dakota wrote to me last year, and he said, your website is very good, but you need more Chuck Vincent on there. So it sort of played in the back of my mind to think, Dave said I need more Chuck Vincent on the website. So that's my cue to try and get some more love for Chuck Vincent. Like I say, there's loads of love for his XXX work, and rightly so, because it is top banana. You know, Roommates, for example, I love to bits, but his video store stuff, straight to video store stuff is barely even thought of. Anyway, we have 3 from CEX, I think. Now this is a mega one. This is a mega one. That's a broken case as well. I had a group in week before last assessing my queer cinema section, and they were very complimentary. They said, yeah, but you need Torch Song Trilogy. You need Torch Song Trilogy. I'm like, oh, you're right. I do need Torch Song Trilogy. So I thought, right, here we go. Let's have a go. And I couldn't believe the price of it and how scarce it was. Scarce? Shocking. I think there was one on eBay, and it was somewhere in the region of £80. £80. The rest it was an Aussie DVD that was region 4, a couple of American DVDs, but the British release of it was just impossible to find. Anyway, this is where CEX comes along, and I know many of you will kind of, have your doubts about CEX, and I do too. I think they're overpriced in some respects, But they have this great thing on their website where you can set an alarm for a certain title. So if any of their stores get a certain title in, you'll be pinged an email to say, hey, got one in, do you want it? So I woke up on, I think it was Saturday morning, bleary-eyed, because the first thing you do in that horrible social media driven world we live in, bleary-eyed, one eye open, where's my phone? I don't know, need to stop doing that. We all need to stop doing that. Lying in bed, where's my phone? First email you check, CEX, we have just got one of your alerts back in stock, Torch Song Trilogy. So bolt up right in bed and bought this right away. Certainly wasn't $79.99 as it was on eBay. But yeah, it is, of course, Harvey Fierstein's film, based on his Tony Award-winning play. Yeah, just it's a hell of a piece of work. It's funny, it's poignant, and it chronicles the life of a New Yorker in search for love, respect, and tradition in a world that seems not especially made for him. Impressively, it does not mention the word gay in the synopsis, but I'm sure most people wouldn't know that if they're buying it. But I can't wait to see this. I think I may have seen it long ago, but I just can't wait. Anyway, Matthew Broderick is in it. Anne Bancroft, the great Anne Bancroft, is in it. Brian Kerwin is in it as well, and Harvey himself, who also does an audio commentary on this disc. So this is a mega addition to the store, and one that I'm very, very pleased to have. There we go, Torch Song Trilogy. What's next? Another couple of CEXs. Tell you what, I am a convert to CEX this past 12 months because some of the prices that they're selling at compared to eBay is quite something. Oh yeah, I'm doing a bit of got a new section coming along for Joachim Trier. Very popular filmmaker here. Obviously, his new film, Sentimental Value, I'm waiting for a release from Mubi, which will hopefully come pretty soon. So I thought, yeah, let's get Thelma in, a film I've never had in before, and that will go some way into completing his filmography. And similarly, let's get Louder Than Bombs in as well, the other Joachim Trier film that I didn't have. Gabriel Byrne is in that, Jesse Eisenberg is in that, Isabel Huppert is in that, so that's excellent. So that pretty much completes my Joachim Trier section, which is good. We're cooking on gas, you see. It's just these little boxes to be ticked. Every week you it's like playing a really complicated video game where you think, yeah, I've just about completed the game now. Then something crops up and you think, oh, balls, I've got 27 more levels to do. And that's the way it is, really. But that's the good thing, because you do think you've completed a level. I'll finish Park Chan-wook and Co. this week, and I'll think, that's great. Done that now. I can sit back and can relax. Then out of the corner of your eye, you'll see, I don't know, Fellini or Goddard. I haven't even started Goddard yet, and you think, right, next job. You look at Melville, and you think, Army of Shadows goes out repeatedly, and there it is on a DVD that's 20 years old. So you think, there's always little bits that crop up, and you think, I thought I'd got to the end of the level. But you never knew. You never do. Another Elastic Band. And finally, in What's in the Box, obviously I'll be back tomorrow to conjoin a segment where we will do films on loan and comment section. But this, people, this is my most exciting parcel of the week. My most exciting parcel... Yeah, that's a week. Maybe 2 weeks. This is my P.O. Box parcel. This is where I send a load of parcels during the month, and then once a month I say, right, ship them to me from America, and here they are. Always arrive in good time, always arrive well packaged, and yeah, really excited. What's that? I have no idea. Oh, right, okay, cool. So what have we got today? What have we got today in the import section from America? Well, this is very exciting. Now, thank you to John, I think, who I did a little moan about Coma not being available in this country ever since VHS. And he said, well, Dave, Warner Brothers, region free on the Blu-ray, import it. There it is. There it is. There is Coma. First time ever. Michael Crichton's film on Blu-ray. Really pleased to have this in store for the very first time. So that's excellent. That's so cool. From Kino Lorber, the third part in the franchise, it is Ilsa, Tigress of Siberia. This one's directed by Jean Lafleur. Diane Thorne returns, of course. And yeah, this is the third part of the franchise. This is 77. It was 77. Just got one part of the adjacent part of the franchise to go, which is another Ilsa film directed by Jess Franco, and that will be in next month. And this has got a conversation with Tim Lucas and Stephen Bissett on there, so that should be pretty cool indeed. So Ilsa, Tigress of Siberia. Now, we have the latest volume of the Warner Brothers Archive Collection Looney Tunes Collector's Vault. Yes, Volume 2 of the Collector's Vault is here. Another 6 hours of Looney Tunes classic animation, 50 classic cartoons, each mocking their first time on Blu-ray, with many unseen for decades. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And remember, kids, Looney Tunes Collector's Vault Volume 2 is intended for the adult collection. This may not be suitable for children. Anyway, moving on into the box of the... This is such... Oh, my word. Oh. One from Mark. Mark asked for this one. No, he didn't. Oh, where's Mark's? What's not here? Maybe I didn't order that one. Okay. Mark asked me for a film, and I can't remember what it was. And I thought it was in this box, but I mustn't. I think I've... Anyway, not that matters. We'll get to it. Another Warner Archive that I was quite interested in seeing. This is... this is a story of... I've forgotten the girl's name. My favourite Gary Graver porno is a film he did in 1983 called Susie Superstar. It was brilliant. It was just perfect. It's just a brilliant film. And the lead girl in it was really young, and I don't know. She had such a naivety to her, such an innocence to her. Shauna Grant, and it didn't work out. And she died shortly after. And this is an adaptation of her story. Directed by Sandor Stern, stars Johnna Lee, Melinda Dillon. And yeah, I'm sure this will be a very sanitized version of the story, but I've got a good article about it that I wrote in the review for Susie Superstar on the Schlock Pit. So if you want to read about this gorgeous girl who had such a tragic life, then do head over to the Schlock Pit and check out that article. But Shattered Innocence came out shortly after she died. 87, yeah, I think she died in 85. But yeah, it was such a tragic life. 84 might have been, but such a tragic life. And she was great. Shauna Grant. Such a shame. Next up, we have the new film by Charlie Band. Charles Band's new film is here. It is Dungeons of Ecstasy. Charles Band returns to Italy for this exciting, sensual, and stylish new romantic thriller. Charles Band directs. Tom Calloway is DP, and it's edited by Ted Nicolaus' son, Alex. So yeah, pretty cool. Not seen that one at all, so I'll be checking that one out. It's a Region A disc for you, but I'm a big fan of this movie. If anyone's got any Region A player, I urge you to check it out. It's such a fun thriller. It's directed by Mark L. Lester, who, of course, did such amazing films like Commando and The director Scott Glenn, thriller Night of the Running Man. And this is from 1995. It is called The X. Stars Yancey Butler, Susie Amos, and Nick Mancuso. But more importantly, it's written by Larry Cohen. So if any of you are Region A capable, I urge you to see this film, as it's a great piece of 90s straight-to-video thriller action. It's good fun. 3 to go. This one is a very special release indeed. It is my first ever purchase from Deaf Crocodile, the excellent label that released some staggering films. I mean, this is Estonian. This is Estonian. Featuring a stellar electronica prog score by composer Sven Grunberg, the film combines an eerie, shining like mountain locale with speculative sci-fi straight out of Chariots of the Gods. Newly restored by Deaf Crocodile in 4K UHD in collaboration with the Estonian Film Institute. It is in Estonian with English subtitles. It is called Dead Mountaineers Hotel. Dead Mountaineers Hotel. I've heard amazing things about this, and this is a limited edition of 2,500 units, and it just sounds quite spectacular. So that is Dead Mountaineers Hotel. 2 to go. I have never looked at the US Criterion sale because I know that US Criterion discs are locked. However, 4K UHD isn't. And it's a big toss-up because I thought, well, now if I put a 4K UHD Region A Blu-ray Vinegar Syndrome film in a Vinegar Syndrome section, people kind of know that it's 4K UHD and the Blu-ray is Region A. People kind of know. But in Criterion, these will be the first films that are 4K UHD, Region A locked Blu-ray. This might lead to confusion, but I'm going to try it. Because there are a couple of films in the Criterion collection in America that are out on 4K UHD that I'm desperate to have, that I know will never see the light of day over here. I've dipped my toe in 2 of them. The first one, I'm a big fan of the director, and I love this film to bits. It's Albert Brooks and Mother. Albert Brooks and Mother on 4K UHD. Albert Brooks stars with Debbie Reynolds. This one's from 1996. Some might say it's Albert Brooks' last great movie, possibly. But it's such a good movie. So yeah, that is in on 4K UHD. And finally, I think you might know what it is. It is Gregg Araki's Teenage Apocalypse trilogy on 4K UHD. Here it is, the thing I've been moaning about week in, week out for a year, because totally fucked up. Doom Generation and Nowhere are the 3 most rented films in this store from the back catalogue. The DVDs are worn to pieces. One is the wrong aspect ratio. It's a bad picture quality. We're stretching the boundaries of, what's good and what's not. And I've wanted this here in the UK for many months. There's no sign of it being released by UK Criterion. The rights are probably snarled up by someone like Tartan. So here it is. Here is the American 4K UHD of Gregg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy. Had to be done. So pleased to have it. And here it is. Satisfying. What a week. I'm going to go and watch this. Let's reconvene tomorrow and look at some on loans, and we'll look at some comments. Back in a jiffy. 44 minutes. You didn't tell me I'd been going on for 44 minutes. That's outrageous. Good grief. Right, let's finish this off today. It's Thursday today. Just do these last few bits before I let you go. Yeah, let's have a think. So that Corman competition. So what I thought we'd do is straightforward. So this is the prize. You get to win, as I said before, a copy of Stripped to Kill, sealed on Blu-ray, and a copy of Stripped Sorority House Massacre on Blu-ray and 4K UHD. To be in with a chance of winning one of two giveaways, answer me this. Tell me about your favorite Roger Corman production. What's your favorite Roger Corman production? Remember, he produced, 200 films in his lifetime? They're all there on IMDb. What's the favorite Roger Corman of yours that you really, really like? He kind of produced it, directed it, whatever. Just tell me about it. Make it good, make it interesting, make it underrated. Give me some underrated Corman that you really, really like. Okay, quick catch up with a few things that have come in today. Obviously, I mentioned Bad Blood at the start of the show, which was the Chuck Vincent film from '89. Here's another one. This one's from '87. It's Slammer Girls. Slammer Girls, another Chuck Vincent film. Again, DP was Larry Ravine. This has got Jane Hamilton in the lead role. The godlike Jane Hamilton, Georgina Spelvin. Triple X, icon Triple X. She is one of the best that ever did it. So yeah, that is Slammer Girls, 77 minutes. It came out on Vestron in the UK, so that's another Chuck Vincent. Got a few discs in today. Mentioned this one yesterday. I think another Tartan Asia Extreme film, Marabito. Someone mentioned that to me on the comments, which I'll look at in a second. Looks fantastic, this one. I don't think I've seen this before, but it is, of course, from Takashi Shimizu, the director of The Grudge. It sounds utterly weird and wonderful. So yeah, that sounds awesome. That is Marabito on Tartan Asia Extreme. Just checking a few boxes. Anything else on Tartan Asia Extreme you think I should pick up? Just double check the database and see if there's anything I'm missing there. I don't think there's many. There's one or two coming in tomorrow, which I can't remember what they are. Let me tell you what they are. But yeah, I saw Totally Fucked Up last night, the Gregoraki film. Now, annoyingly, all of those Iraqi films are not on 4K UHD. They're all not on 4K UHD. Only Nowhere and the Doom Generation are on 4K UHD. Unfortunately, Totally Fucked Up is on Blu-ray, Region A Blu-ray only. So if you're looking to rent the entire trilogy on 4K UHD, then unfortunately you'll be let down by one of them, as it's only on Region A Blu-ray. But I have the DVD here, the UK DVD here, so that is a good alternative. And as much of the film is kind of shot on video, that kind of vibe, then I don't think it should really diminish your pleasure. Okie dokie. Yeah, the other two Tartan Asia films that are coming in tomorrow are Abnormal Beauty, which looks pretty cool, and also Cello as well. Oh, and Bangkok Haunted. So 3 I spotted that I didn't have. Also in today, we have the new film from Ben Wheatley. Of course, director of Sightseers, Kill List, A Field in England. His latest film is only available on physical media, not streaming anywhere. It's released by Anti-Worlds, and it is here on 4K UHD and on Blu-ray. This sounds like a pretty trippy film. I knew it existed, but I must thank Andrew for just reminding me that it only just got released. Sounds like a cross between a kind of David Lynch film, The Matrix, and Doctor Who. Interesting. So yeah, that is the new Ben Wheatley film. It's called Bulk, B-U-L-K. One I didn't have on me yesterday was this fun Scarecrow movie, Dark Harvest, that I mentioned at the top of the show. That is Dark Harvest, out now from TerraVision on a region-free Blu-ray. Good fun, shot on video, 1992. And this is the box that I was looking for yesterday. It's called the Midnight Horror Collection. I don't know why they called it that. Why didn't they just call it the Scarecrow Collection? But yeah, it has the 3 Scarecrow films that were put out by York Pictures, Tanya York there. One of them is directed by David Michael Latt, the boss of the asylum. But yeah, we have Scarecrow Slayer, and Scarecrow Gone Wild, all made over a 2-year period between 2003 and 2004. One more thing we have to mention before we do the comments is that the leak is fixed. The leak is fixed. We are no longer leaking. Well, we weren't leaking, but the toilet upstairs was leaking, which may have caused a big issue to my VHS collection, which is directly below the toilet. But the invoice is through. The pipe has been sealed, and we can rest easy temporarily until inevitably something else happens upstairs, which it invariably does. The joys. Comments. So, who we got? Film Wolf. Now, last week I asked about film books. So I mentioned that the latest PCP episode was based on the Psychotronic video guide. Brilliant book. And I wondered what other books that you might dip into, what other reference books you might dip into. Film Wolf said the 2 books that he goes for is Incredibly Strange Films from RE Search Publications. That's from 1986. He said it's full of interviews with Russ Meyer, Ted V. Michaels, Joe Sarno, with articles on biker films, Ed Wood, sexploitation films, and essays on films like Spider Baby. Excuse me. But that sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds really, really cool. So I'm going to have to check out Incredibly Strange Films, because that looks like Michael Patton. When you think it's 40 years old, that book now. 40 years old. And Film Wolf also said that profoundly disturbing, shocking movies that changed history, which is written by Joe Bob Briggs. He said that's pretty good as well. So yeah, that's another one to check out. So thanks for that. That's pretty cool. 2 great reference books that I can see if any are in print or secondhand. That's great. I got a great present last week off one of my customers who gifted me a copy of The Pike, which is the book by Mancunian man himself, Cliff Tromlow. Lee Marn says The Pike is a good read. Such a shame that the movie didn't get made, because I think it would have been a really fun film. Cliff's other horror novel, The Beast of Cain, is very good as well. Interesting. Roxy is excited for all the Altmans that have just come in. In fact, they have just been in, Roxy and Paddy, and they have rented Pret-a-Porter tonight. Pret-a-Porter. Which is awesome. Keith says Phone is criminally underrated. Such a great little Korean horror film. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, ML-DS. Why can't people choose proper names? I'm quickly going through all of your brilliant old episodes, which means I'm rapidly purchasing a lot of movies that I didn't even know existed. Question for your next episode. Did you used to rent out HD DVDs when they were briefly competing against Blu-ray? No. Oh, Manal. Thank you, Manal. Sorry, I didn't see your name at the bottom there. Manal, no. To be honest, we were very late adapting to Blu-ray. I think we kind of hoped that Blu-ray would go away without having to switch again from DVD. But no, we thoroughly embraced Blu-ray. But because we were late switching to Blu-ray, we didn't get involved in any of the HD DVD war. And I've never bought an HD DVD in my life. Corey, I I have written a quasi-film reference book series, 80s teen flick festival guidebooks that's made to look like a fictional movie festival. The books are on Amazon UK. Oh, cool. That's great, Corey. So they're called 80s Teen Flick Festival. So if you want to check out those books by Corey, then check them out on Amazon. Trendy Richof, a lot of the old Tartan Asia Extreme titles have had nice upgrades recently, but with some notable exceptions, Marabito being the one I think even you don't have. There we go. We have solved that quandary, so now Marabito is here. Curtain Falls says, congratulations on your acquisition of films. I'm super jealous. You have an impressive collection in your library. Not that it's a competition, but I think you surpassed the French movie club, Combini. Have you watched any of their episodes? Yes, I have. Brilliant video store with some amazing episodes. And yeah, I think they are slightly just ahead of me. Connor Holt grew up reading. Oh, Connor, you've got an article in Video Physical Media Advocate, which is cool. I grew up reading Roger Ebert's Great Movies and 1001 Movies to See Before You Die. Yeah, absolutely essential books, which I've got in the back there, along with my books. James has recently picked up The Protector with Jackie Chan. Such a fantastic film, and also a bumper haul from Arrow Video, including Phantasm, Tremors, Hideo Nakata's Ring, Dark Water, Candyman, Silence of the Lambs, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's a very nice collection. Rod says, Dave, question for you. Do you ever, on your Wednesday day off, ever wander into HMV and CX or have a browse? I don't, to be honest, Rod, mainly because I pretty much sketch out my budget to the penny, week in, week out. So once Monday has passed and I've kind of spent all that money, I don't like to venture out, because I know that if I do venture out, I'll end up my eye will be caught by various things. I'll end up spending too much money, which will then affect the following week's budget. So yeah, if I go out shopping, I'll look for music, really, and then just stay away from the films. Frida and Phil, basic one, but the 1001 Films to See You Die. The 2008 edition is my go-to. And Phil is getting towards 700 films out of the 1001. That's pretty good going. And finally, John Young says, Jackie Chan box set is off the table for me, as I don't do 4K. Although, I have ordered Needful Things 4K from the States, as I want the Blu-ray that has the extended edition on it. I will be getting Predator Wasteland from the Asylum. Yay, go John. And in May, I will be also getting the Anacondas from the Asylum. Excellent, excellent, excellent. As you may know, purposeful mistake, I have forgotten to do the on loan section, which I will correct right this second. And just a handful today, including this from Atamagoyan. Great to see Exotica going out on loan, one of my favorite Atamagoyan films. Brilliant. Elias Koteas at his best, and also great to see just Atamagoyan films going out in general. So yeah, I think Alex has taken that, which is very cool indeed. Badass. What a film. Mario Van Peebles. Great to see that one going out, which is cool. Could do with a Blu-ray from that, really, to be honest. Could do with a Blu-ray from that. Baskin, one of the great Turkish horror films. It's pretty grim. But yeah, that came out from Severin on DVD over here. Back in 2015. Gosh, over 10 years ago now. Not a very popular renter, but really good to see that going out. This one has been out, but came back today. And for some reason, Moonlight is having a bit of a renaissance. Not sure why. Well, I am sure why, because it's a brilliant film. But yeah, Barry Jenkins' film, Moonlight, is going out like hotcakes at the moment. I should probably try and upgrade that to Blu-ray. But yeah, we'll think about that. We'll think about that. But good to see that getting some attention. It's a really good film. Collinswood Story. I like this film. I think it's a really cool horror film. I know people are a little bit meh with found footage and that sort of thing. But I like it. I think it's great. I think it really is quite affecting and effective. So yeah, the Collinswood story from Cauldron, that one went out. This hasn't gone out for about 10 years. It is Euro Trip. Remember all those trip movies, Road Trip, Euro Trip? There was a couple more, I think. I can't remember the names. I can't remember the names of the people are in this. Oh, Michelle Trachtenberg. We know Michelle Trachtenberg, but other than that, these films really did live by the publicity of Road Trip, didn't they? Really? Wow. So yeah, Euro Trip out on that. Some Larry Clark going out. Martha Girl 1 and 2. I was gonna take these home the other night. But they rented out, which is great because I don't think they've rented since they came in. But I'd like to see both of these at some point. Larry Clark's films from 2012 and 2018. That's Martha Girl 1 and Martha Girl 2. And finally, another film that has never, ever been out. It's quite funny. I was listening to the new Pure Cinema podcast episode, the diary episode of the New Beverly. And it was funny because they were saying that they were asking, obviously, film companies like Paramount and Warner Brothers to borrow the prints of these William Bodine films that they're showing. And every film that they asked for, they would be told by the studio that nobody has ever taken this print out of the vault, such as their lack of popularity, stroke awareness over the last 70, 80 years. And it's funny here because this film here I got in probably 20 years ago, and it sat there in quiet solitude for 20 years, and no one has looked at it. I don't think anyone has even picked it up. But it's great. But that's the great thing. I love the fact that films have a home here, and they're under no pressure to rent out. And this film finally rented out. It is, of course, Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac. Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac, first ever rental. It's taken somewhere in the region of 20 years to have a rental. But yeah, there we go. Bernie Mac, Paul Sorvino, Chris Noth, rhymes with both, and Angela Bassett. Yeah, really cool to see this going out. James and Lani have rented it. James is partial to a sports movie. And I hope they enjoy it. And I hope it creates a mass of a Mr. 3000 activity. Cool. Right. I'm off home because this has been a far excessive episode. And yeah, plenty of good stuff to come in. We have a very nice parcel coming from Fred Olin Ray. We have a nice little parcel coming from Indicator from their sale, and a few other bits to look at next week. So it will be very exciting indeed. So I'm sure you will join me in 7 days' time.